Baby, I cry, looking at pictures of your smile, frozen in time. My chest tightens, my breath breaks, my hands shake, my soul remembers every silent night, every loud memory, every unfinished promise, every broken moment. I talk to shadows, wearing your face. I touch air, pretending it's you. These pictures hurt because they breathe, they whisper truths I tried avoiding. You look alive while I'm fading. You look peaceful while I'm drowning. I wasn't ready to lose us. I wasn't strong to protect love. Listen to me. Just listen, please. This is confession, not an excuse. I failed you when you needed. I chose silence over your tears. I saw pain in your eyes, yet I stayed proud and cold. That regret burns like slow fire, eating sleep, eating peace. Your pictures smile, but I know behind that smile I cause storms. I replay moments, frame by frame, where love begged and I delayed. You trusted me with your heart. I mishandled it with careless hands. I thought time would fix things. I was wrong, terribly wrong. Time exposed my hollow logic. Time punished my arrogance. Now I sit alone nightly, scrolling memories, bleeding quietly. Baby, I cry, not for sympathy, but for truth I ignored before. I loved you, still love you, but love unused turns into poison. I poisoned us with neglect, with ego, with delay. You waited patiently, I waited foolishly. You fought quietly, I slept blindly. Your absence screams louder than fights, louder than words, louder than pride. These pictures speak, they ask questions. Why wasn't I? Why not then? I have no answers. Only remorse, only guilt, only longing. I miss details, your mourning voice, your worried silence, your soft anger. I miss fights, that meant care. I miss tears, that meant love. Now I get what I lost only after you walked away. Classic mistake, tragic timing, real love, late realization. I'm not blaming fate or luck. This was me, completely me. I chose comfort over connection. I chose ease over effort. You deserved effort, daily effort, consistent effort, honest effort. Instead, you received excuses dressed as reasons, as promises. I hate myself for that gap between words and actions. Your pictures freeze better versions of who I failed becoming. I imagine talking to those images, asking forgiveness, begging silently. They don't answer. They just stare with calm eyes, full of history. History I ruined with slow neglect, not dramatic cruelty, but quiet absence. Absence kills. Love softly, without noise, without warnings. I thought staying was enough, but love requires showing up. You showed up every single time. I showed up, half present. That imbalance grew like invisible wall until you stopped reaching across. Now that wall is my punishment, cold, thick, unbreakable nightly. I press my palm against memories, feeling nothing but regret. Baby, I cry, because growth hurts. When lessons come After loss, I've changed now, too late maybe, but truly changed. From deep pain, I understand listening, I understand presence, I understand consistency, I understand love. Why understanding came after you is question. I live with your pictures witness my transformation. They won't benefit from this growth. That irony hurts sharper than loss. Becoming better after losing best. I don't ask for forgiveness, I ask release. From this weight I carry nights filled with apologies you'll never hear fully explained. So I confess here honestly, without defense, without excuses. I loved you, wrongly timed, poorly expressed, carelessly protected. If love returns in another life, I'll do better, I swear completely. Until then, these pictures are my mirror and my judge. Baby, I cry, looking at pictures because they remember. Baby, I cry, still every night, still holding pieces of shattered us. The room listens when I whisper your name softly, like fragile prayer. Pictures don't age, but I do. Pictures don't break, but I'm broken. I stare longer, searching meaning between pixels, between moments. Your eyes there hold questions I never answered. When time existed, I remember promises said casually, as if forever was guaranteed. Forever is fragile. I learned late. It demands care, not assumptions. I assumed love would wait patiently, like object placed safely. But love breathes, love aches, love leaves. When ignored, I ignored signs, small warnings, soft complaints, gentle distance. You tried subtly, then clearly, then silently, then you left. That progression haunts, because I saw, yet refused to respond fully. I was present, physically maybe, but mentally distant, emotionally unavailable. You felt alone, beside me. That truth hurts, more than separation. I replay nights where silence grew, between words, between hearts. You'd look away, I'd scroll phone, choosing distraction over connection. Now, distractions scream, phones stay dark, but your absence lights everything. I understand now why you changed, why smiles faded, why patience ended. Patience is currency I spent carelessly until balance reached absolute zero. You withdrew slowly, protecting yourself, while I remained comfortably ignorant. Ignorance isn't innocence, it's chosen blindness, and I chose every single time. Pictures don't argue, they don't accuse, they simply exist as quiet evidence. Evidence of warmth I didn't maintain, evidence of effort I didn't match. I talk aloud to empty air, explaining growth too late realized. I say sorry in 1,000 ways, different tones, same regret. If apologies could reverse time, I'd live there forever fixing, but reality doesn't accept rewinds, only lessons and consequences. My consequence breathes every lonely dawn, every heavy evening, every restless sleep. I dream sometimes. You forgive me, not return, just forgive. Even forgiveness feels like luxury now, because I know I don't deserve I deserve reflection. I deserve remorse. I deserve growth. Without reward, loving you taught me responsibility. Losing you taught me urgency. Urgency I lacked when you waited. Urgency I feel now permanently. Your pictures remind me daily what negligence costs, what love demands. I wish you knew. I see clearly. I feel deeply. I regret honestly, but knowing me, now healed, doesn't heal past wounds. So I sit with accountability, not self-pity, not excuses. I accept fault, fully mine, no shared blame, no deflection. You were enough, always enough. I was inconsistent and confused. Consistency is love. I learned painfully, not grand gestures, but daily showing. I failed daily, in small ways, accumulating damage, invisible until fatal. That's how love dies. Not explosions, but erosion of attention. I let erosion happen while thinking nothing serious was occurring. Now seriousness, sir, rounds every thought, every breath, every memory. Your laugh echoes in my head at wrong times, at quiet moments. I smile sadly, then ache deeper, because joy mixed with loss hurts more. I don't hate memories. I honor them, even when painful, because they're real. Real like love we once shared, real like mistakes I can't erase. Pictures are cruel and kind. They preserve truth without mercy. They show happiness I endangered. They show peace I disturbed. I don't look away anymore. I force myself to feel everything. Feeling is growth. Pain is teacher. Loss is lesson. Love is responsibility. If you ever wonder if I cared, know this truth. I cared wrongly. I cared lazily. I cared incompletely. I cared too late, but deeply. That doesn't save us. I accept that. Some truths arrive without solutions. So this confession is not request, not manipulation, just honesty. I release expectations of reunion. I release fantasies of forgiveness. I only hold accountability and quiet respect for the love you gave freely. You deserved safety. I offered uncertainty. You deserved presence. I offered postponement. That imbalance defines my regret story and fuels my transformation. I'll love better if love returns, not as redemption, but responsibility. Until then, your pictures remain sacred reminders of love mishandled. Baby, I cry, not to trap you, but to free truth from my chest. If silence speaks, let this confession be closure, not disturbance. I wish you peace, real peace, not words, but lived calm. And if peace means forgetting me, then forget me completely. I'll remember enough for both of us and carry lesson without complaint. Baby, I cry, looking at picked yours, but I stand stronger because of loss. Baby, I cry, still without shame, still without strength, still without you. Time keeps moving, but I'm paused, standing between what was us. I wake suddenly from heavy dreams where you stayed, where I changed. Dreams are cruel, they give hope, then rip it. Before sunrise, morning light hurts, because reality returns. Without your voice, without your warmth, pictures greet me. Before messages do, because messages stopped. Long time ago, I scroll slowly, like ritual, like punishment, like remembrance. Each picture whispers a different lesson, a different failure, a different regret. Here I smiled, but ignored you. Here I laughed, but didn't listen. Here you leaned, wanting comfort, and I stood, emotionally absent. I studied details I missed earlier. Your tired eyes, your forced patience. Love doesn't collapse. In one moment, it weakens quietly. Through neglect, I was the neglect. I admit fully. No defenses left, no pride remaining. Pride cost me everything sacred, everything real, everything you. I thought masculinity meant silence, meant emotional control, meant distance. I was wrong, terribly wrong. Love needs softness, not armor.